Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Warning: this video will contain spoilers for the Fallout franchise as well as the fan-based Fallout series Nuka Break. It may also include images of drug use, sexual situations, and violence. Viewing beyond this point is a choice you have made, and you take responsibility for that choice. Thank you, and please have a nice day.
Hello and welcome to this video. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is having fun. This video is going to be about the Fallout franchise. I'm going to be talking about the games, the Season 1 of the Amazon Bethesda Studios joint venture, the first few Fallout games, I'm just going to kind of admit they exist. And they're good games, don't get me wrong. They are good games. My brain does not do well with third-person top-down games or third-person games. It's just that my brain does not handle them real well. It's something on me. It has nothing to do with the game. So those people I know getting ready to hit me in the fucking comments section about, you forgot Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, blah, blah, blah. It's not. I've watched people play them. They're great games. My wife has played them. Like I said, I haven't. So, like I said, don't get your panties up in a wad or anything about this game, me not hitting Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 as far as the video games go. It's because I've tried to play them. But my brain just, I die repeatedly and I die fast. It's just the way my brain works. Also like the Brotherhood of Steel sequel and Fallout Tactics, all the third person top down games I haven't played, or I've tried to play. But like I said, no fault to the game, no fault to the designers of the game, no fault to the people that love the games. And you deserve to love them. They're good games. They got great stories. However, my puny little brain just does not handle them well. So, I wanted to get that out of the way. I want to get that done now, get it out of the way. And just so, people aren't getting really, don't get crazy about it. The game is, and the series is a post-apocalyptic, survival game. And as I said, all the games, in my opinion, have at least a great story. Whether it be Fallout 1, Fallout 2, Fallout Tactics, Fallout Brotherhood of Steel, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4, and even grudgingly Fallout 76. Fallout 76. Grudgingly, I have to give that. I don't do MMOPs real well. My wife does. I am an extreme introvert, so I don't handle other human beings real well. So, the story, each of the games, and even the TV show take place after the bombs, nuclear obliteration, in 2077, October 23rd, 2077. So, the war lasted just long enough for everybody to get all their nukes out of the silos and bombard everybody. And different games take place different periods of years after the war, with Fallout 76 being the one closest to the war. And I believe Fallout, maybe the show, I think the show, the show is the furthest away from the war itself. Fallout 3, because I've actually played Fallout 3 and I know that story fairly well. That's what we're gonna focus on. We're gonna move there and move up through everything. Fallout 3 was my first introduction to it, to the Fallout universe. In fact, my wife introduced it to me. We were dating at the time when she introduced it to me. She had played 1 and 2, and I believe Brotherhood of Steel. But Fallout 3 was the first one that Bethesda themselves made. And it is first person. My brain loves first person shooters. It's just the way my brain works. And basically, you are looking for your father. You were made to believe that you were born and raised in, well, you were raised in a vault, but you are, okay, let me go back. The concept, like I said, is it takes place after total nuclear apocalypse. And was inspired by the movie A Boy and His Dog, by the way, by actually the novel. I'm not sure if it's the novel or the movie that inspired Fallout. It may have been a combination of both. The novel was, or not really novel, more of a short story by Harlan Ellison. I believe I did a video a while back when the Fallout show came out on A Boy and His Dog, but the Fallout series, the government and commercial interests, capitalistic interests, built a series of underground vaults from coast to coast. You had control vaults, which were basically normal. Then you had your experiments. You had experiments like they put one man in a vault with 999 women, and they did the flip side of that as one woman in a vault with 999 men. And those two vaults ended pretty much how you would expect they would end. You had one where they cloned people. You had one where they put one guy in with nothing but crates of hand puppets. One person and just crates of hand puppets. Just weird, crazy stuff like that. And the concept behind it was whoever survived, whichever the experiment vaults survived, would be the ones fit to reclaim the Earth. Like I said, it's crazy. So, let's jump back into Fallout 3. Fallout 3, you are basically, you believe you were born and raised in a vault. Your father goes missing. He escapes from the vault for whatever reason. So you go on a quest to find him. You find out through the game that you weren't born in the vault, that your father had brought you in the vault, bribed his way in, and you were raised. Your father was actually part of a scientific elite that were trying to figure out how to purify water to make, to make life safe for humans, make it less radioactive. You go through and you play the game. You have the ending where you save humanity. You have the one where you turn your back on humanity, different endings. And you have several different endings which are slight variations of the theme. Then you have the add-ons, the DLC content, which expands that story further. Then you get into Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas is, to me, of the games, it is the strongest of the games, story-wise. You're a courier. You were born outside of a vault. Your family struggled. Your parents eventually got killed, and you made it on your own. However, one of the jobs you take as a courier, you get blasted in the head by a retro pseudo mobster, voiced by the late Matthew LeBlanc. Beautiful acting, beautiful. He plays it. He would have been a good mobster in a Godfather type movie or show, but I digress. And basically you go out for revenge. This is basically, it starts out as a revenge. Because this dude tried to kill you, dumped you off in a shallow grave. It's a revenge story. And throughout the story, you wind up realizing that there's a bigger world out there. There are things out there. Fighting over Hoover Dam to restore the power generation from Hoover Dam. You have the Brotherhood of Steel, which are a bunch of techno-Nazis they pretty much believe that they're in Fallout. They're in all the Fallout, but they personally believe that anyone outside of their little clique, their little brotherhood, is not worthy of technology. So they basically round it all up and kill anyone who stands in their way. There are several different endings for that game. You have basically a reconstitution of the Roman Empire. You have the California Republic, which is a quasi-democratic based on American principles and all that stuff. Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is kind of, the game mechanics of it is basically Minecraft and Fallout. You can build things. This is the first game you can build things. You can modify things. You can break, your game mechanics are greatly expanded. This was kind of the beta test for what would become Fallout 76, which is a massive multiplayer online game. I've played it a little bit. I don't dislike it. I just don't like it as much as I like the standalone games. Fallout 4, you go into the vault. It starts pre-war, or actually a couple days before the war. It starts out, you wind up in the vault. You think it's a normal vault, but you're cryogenically froze. You, your spouse, and your child. Things happen. The child gets kidnapped. Your spouse gets killed. And like New Vegas, this starts out as kind of a, you want to find your child. For you, cryogenically frozen, from the day the bombs drop to you see your spouse get killed and your baby stolen and you come out of the cryogenic freeze, isn't, for you being cryogenically frozen, isn't that long. But for in real time, it's a huge number of years. And like all Fallout games, it is your choices determine the end. How you play the game. Are you going to be a good guy? Are you going to be an asshole? Are you going to be whatever? So yeah, those are the games. 76 being a online game, its story structure changes from time to time, and they add new things in, take old things out, and what have you. So we're just going to leave it there. Now, the show. Love the show. Walter Goggins, Ella Purnell, and I forget the actor right offhand who played our Brotherhood of Steel guy. Like I said, this is a great show. I'm going to look that up real quick. Though this takes place, I believe, the furthest out from the bombs falling. You start out before the war. Matter of fact, you start out the day of the war, and Walter Goggins' character, Cooper Howard, his daughter are entertainers at a birthday, and everything goes down. The war happens. Then we cut to like 212 years later. Our main heroine, our good guy, Ella Purnell, playing the character of Lucy McLean, is wonderful. She does it, even though she's English, her American accent is spot on. Her catchphrase is okie dokie. And she makes a convincing, for me, she makes a convincing Midwesterner. Just found it. Aaron Moten played Maximus, our Brotherhood of Steel character. He does a really damn good job of playing this character. She goes through, like I said, season 1. We find out that her dad isn't what he pretends to be. We find out that her dad has done some pretty shitty things. And done fuck some people over really bad. So, and we go through this series. We have hijinks, and it keeps Nolan. Which Nolan was it that directed this one? Let me check that real quick. Which Nolan? Who? Oh, really? It's IMDb's not telling me. It's one of the Nolans. Not the one that did Oppenheimer, but his brother. You have Christopher Nolan, which I think this one did Oppenheimer, but yeah, Jonathan Nolan. Jonathan Nolan is the one that did it. Okay. I really, really detest IMDb sometimes, but he directed it, and he is a huge gamer. This is like his game. A lot of the cast are huge gamers. Walter Goggins isn't. He went into it after he got the part with the idea of, I'm gonna bring the reality to it. The way it's filmed, you get the comedy, you get the gallows humor from the game. There's a lot of gallows humor in this. You get the seriousness, all that. It's just there. It's worth it. Especially if you're. Let me slow down here. This show, Nolan did a damn good job, because if you're not a gamer, you can enjoy it and go, wow, this is really good, gallows humor, sci-fi, dystopian show. If you are a gamer, it is done well enough to go, I remember that from the game, that is this in the game, and it's great because you don't have to have a PhD in Fallout to enjoy the show. Disney needs to look at this and realize this for their Star Wars stuff. Disney, but that's a different video. But yeah. And this franchise, like I said, if you're not a gamer, check the show out. It is worth it. It is more than worth it to check the show out. And if you are a gamer, check the games out and the show. I mean, if you haven't played the games by now, check them out. You may just have other things going on that you just haven't got around to these games. Check them out. Play them. Live in this world for a while. Like I said, it is pretty good. I enjoyed it. I could probably sit down and do a video for each thing, which I may go back and do a video for Fallout 3, New Vegas, Fallout 4, and the show. Like I said, I don't play 76 enough to feel comfortable giving you guys a video that's worth your time and effort. So that's that. So until next time, be a good human. Be good to other humans. Peace.
Hey, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?